Hey everybody, Nicholas Snow here in a very special edition of PromoHomo.TV. I'm with Ron DeHart, who is the president and CEO of Greater Palm Springs Pride, the organization behind the Marilyn 100, and that's celebrating the centennial of Marilyn Monroe's birthday?
That's correct.
Birthday. And, you know, there's ways to participate. There's still time to travel here from around the world to be part of the new, perhaps, Guinness Book of World Record. All the details coming up after this. This is Hot in Palm Springs, spotlighting hot topics, influential people, and dynamic events across the Coachella Valley. PromoHomo.TV is a mission-driven online television network now streaming worldwide, spotlighting the people, stories, and culture shaping our LGBTQ+ community. To submit a spotlight, share a story idea, or shop mission-driven merch, visit PromoHomo.TV/empower. That's PromoHomo.TV/empower. Find full episodes on the homepage of PromoHomo.TV. So, Ron, I'm so glad you're taking the time to talk with me because there's so much going on around Marilyn 100 that I personally wanted my audience to know all the details and precisely how to participate. One of the things I want to get out there right away is any deadlines. So, for example, I've learned that in order to be qualified to participate in the world record contest, you need to be accessing the official kit.
Yes.
So tell us about the official kit and what the deadline is to actually register.
Okay. So the celebrating Marilyn 100, where the world record is to break the record of the number of Marilyn lookalikes in the same place at the same time. So we have when you register, just like you're registering for a 5K run or walk, instead of getting a t-shirt, you're getting a dress, a wig, and a martini glass as part of your registration. So that icon kit is what makes sure everybody is going to look alike on the day of the certification on May 30th. So you register at pspride.org/Marilyn100. And it's a very simple process. You tell us your size of dress that you need, and we have them for the Marilyns and the Mr. Marilyns. So there's dresses of all sizes.
That's good to know. And I was perusing that website, pspride.org. You can't miss it because the Marilyn 100 graphic is prominent on the homepage. So there's several days of events from May 29th through June 1st. Palm Springs is transforming into a living tribute to Marilyn Monroe as Palm Springs Pride presents Marilyn 100, a citywide celebration honoring what would have been the icon's 100th birthday. So the main event is Saturday, May 30th, but there is a whole bunch of stuff going on. Now, recently, you put out another call for businesses to participate, and I was so surprised when I went to pspride.org and I saw tons of Marilyn-related events and associated business activities.
Yeah, it's exciting that businesses throughout downtown are creating events Maryland focused. Melvin's downtown at Ingleside Inn is actually changing their name on the 30th to Maryland's at Ingleside Inn. So it's exciting to see that where there's from drag shows to restaurant activities, specials and promotions that are happening, champagne tastings. There's a fun weekend is in store for anybody that wants to come to town and just kick back and have some pure fun. That's what this is all about. And just steps from us, there's going to be a martini festival on Saturday night from 5:30 to 8:30, right outside the Kimpton Rowan Hotel. So there's a lot going on in addition to the world record certification.
Now, one of the things that I wanted to ask you is, do you have a personal overlap in your life with Marilyn Monroe and her life? Not necessarily when she was living, but is there something in your background that overlaps with hers?
Nothing in mine directly, but indirectly, for all of the LGBTQ community, Marilyn was ahead of her time in standing up for the L and the G in her career, and speaking out and standing up for those around her who she felt were being marginalized or discriminated against. Black actors and performers, she stood up broadly. So her stance that she took very early on, that just wasn't happening at that time. So she felt strongly about equality and the rights of others to be your authentic self. And there's no reason that you couldn't be your authentic self in her book. And she didn't care. And this is widely written about. She didn't care how people were defining her. And she felt that should be the way it is for everybody.
That's beautiful, and I'm glad you shared that history, because that answers my next question, which what is the relationship with Marilyn and Pride? And you just named that. My overlap with Marilyn is that she studied with Lee Strasberg, and I went to the Lee Strasberg Theater Institute. This was, of course, after Marilyn's death, long after, and one of the beneficiaries of her estate was Susan Strasberg. Which leads me to my next question. Did you have to get rights for this with the estate, and any legal clearances required for this contest?
So we're lookalikes. We're not claiming the identity of. So that's the biggest thing, that we're not infringing on the trademark that is held for Marilyn. The costumes are actually licensed dresses from the licensor who holds the license for the dresses. So we, by not saying we are Marilyn, we are not. We're lookalikes. We're having fun. It's costume, and we are certainly not infringing on who Marilyn is or the rights of the Marilyn estate.
You may have answered this question at the top of the show, but how late can someone decide to participate and access one of those dress kits?
So there really isn't a deadline. The deadline is going to come when we have no more dresses available. We don't know when that date's going to come. We're on target to have about 750 people participating. That's already 250 more than our original goal. We can accommodate 800 or so today if we know they're going to be here.
Okay, that's good. pspride.org. So when people gather for the world record, is it happening here?
Yeah, the certification, the party, the fun, the food stations, the music, everything is happening here in the downtown park. We'll have lots of photography going on. There'll be a drone taking photos for the certification. It's going to be a sight to see, not just with the Marilyns, but the Marilyns are going to be bringing all their friends and family, and it's going to be a great crowd. And from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m., there's going to be entertainment on the stage. There's outdoor beverage bars and food stations that people are going to be able to have a snack or buy dinner and have a drink and sit back and relax for a bit.
Fabulous. So
lots of good people watching.
Yeah, who doesn't love that? So the official dates are the May 28th through June 1st, and there's participation all over town, including screenings of films at both the Plaza Theater and the Palm Springs Cultural Center.
Yep. Yep, there's every day at the Plaza Theater downtown. There's a film, and it's combined with other entertainment, whether it's Modern Men Chorus or the Gay Men's Chorus that will be singing as part of those shows. And then you've got the film presentation of Some Like It Hot at the Cultural Center on Monday.
Okay, then. So, one of the things that I wanted to emphasize was the fact that this is a fundraiser for Palm Springs Pride. How much of how much of that $75 kit does Pride get to keep to keep Pride free?
Well, we'll see as as the final numbers come in, but it's about 30% currently is directly a contribution to the Pride organization, and the other proceeds will come from folks that are coming to the park and purchasing food and beverages.
I want to thank you for watching and take a moment to thank my media partners. KGay 103.1 Palm Springs. Ask your smart speaker to open KGAY. GayDesertGuide.lgbt. The Palm Springs Post, locally owned neighborhood news. And Pink Media. Find them at pinkmedia.lgbt. PromoHomo.TV is a viewer-supported online television network. For exclusive content, pledge as little as $10 a month at patreon.com/PromoHomo.TV. Now let's hear from some of my very generous patrons.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Samo.
And I'm Kelly Watson. We love supporting PromoHomo.TV and Nicholas's work. The importance of LGBTQ media cannot be overemphasized.
And Nicholas makes this world a better place for all of us.
Okay, now for people who don't know the history of the statue behind us, in addition to being the president and CEO of Palm Springs Pride, you're a past mayor, you are on the city council, and you have deeper knowledge about this statue. Now, I was at the unveiling of the initial installation of Marilyn over on the corner, which is now occupied by the new Starbucks. Tell me a little bit about, and the viewers, a little bit about the history of this statue and its relationship to Palm Springs.
Well, Marilyn had a long history, connection to Palm Springs. If you go eat at 849, Willie just said the other day that Marilyn is known to have even mailed letters from 849,
which used to be a post office.
Which was the post office during her time. But the Marilyn, the Forever Marilyn by Seward Johnson, was originally set up here on the middle of Museum Way, and it was just an incredible sight to see if you were walking on Palm Canyon, looking down and seeing this Marilyn. It attracted people almost 24 hours a day. Huge crowds would always be here at this intersection, everybody wanting to take their photograph. And over time, she needed to be moved, so she got moved to where she's sitting now, or standing, and still gets tremendous number, as you can see even right now at when we're filming. Folks are out here taking pictures with Marilyn in the background. So she's a big attraction for the city. It's fun. It's just it is a little kitschy to some people, but it's a fun connection to Hollywood in Palm Springs, her time, her history in Palm Springs, and it's just a fun attraction for the city.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I just love the energy that Marilyn Monroe still instills on all of us. So, is there anything you can tell us about the 2026 40th anniversary of Palm Springs Pride?
Well, all these events are leading up to and part of the anniversary. So we really started celebrating last October when the Pride Monument was unveiled at Francis Stevens Park. That monument was specifically to mark the 40th anniversary of Pride in Palm Springs and the history of the LGBTQ community and their contributions to the city of Palm Springs. And then also the landmark 65-foot landmark flagpole right in downtown that showcases the Gilbert Baker Pride flag. That was part of this celebration. We will continue with Marilyn. There's 3 or 4 other events. We've got the Martini event festival that's happening, leading up all the way to the first week in November when we'll have our traditional Pride Week, traditional Pride celebration with the parade, the festival, entertainment downtown, and the 100-foot Ferris wheel will return downtown. It was such a hit last year. We're bringing it back.
It was. And for people who need to know, last year there was a period of time where the Ferris wheel was free, and then other times there was admission. Will there be that mix again this year?
We have to figure out the load-in.
Okay, so there may be the opportunity to ride that Ferris wheel for free. And is there anything you want to add to our interview we haven't talked about?
Well, don't forget that when you come to Palm Springs Pride, we're known as being that friendly pride. Not just in California, but across the country. You come to Palm Springs is known as being that diverse, welcoming city. And our Pride celebration is no different than that. It's an opportunity to come to Palm Springs, let yourself loose, be who you are, and have a great time. And no, there's no large admission ticket required. Some of these other festivals today are charging very large fees to buy a ticket to come in. We have no admission. It's a free festival. Everybody's welcome. There are no financial barriers to participate in Palm Springs Pride. So we invite all your listeners or watchers to come out and celebrate and be with us in what is typically a beautiful time in Palm Springs.
Well, I couldn't agree more. And I think for maybe the 9th or 10th year in a row, I'll be bringing you the parade broadcast live on PromoHomo.TV. Thank you, Ron, for everything you do.
Nicholas, I appreciate it. Thank you for helping us get the word out and always being there for Palm Springs Pride.
And we'll see you perhaps in a Marilyn dress here as part of the big event.
Are we going to see you?
You know what? That's a good point. I did notice there's an upcharge if you need a larger size.
Yes, but
I have no idea what size dress I would even wear.
You don't need the upcharge. You're nice and svelte, and you'll look fabulous.
Okay, so I guess that Ron is like getting me to do this. All right, you heard it here. I'll be dressed as Marilyn as part of the game.
Well, if I'm going to, you're going to.
All right, I'm going to have to get some consultation on the right size. Thank you for watching. We'll see you here.
Thanks a lot.
Hopefully dressed as Marilyn. Go to pspride.org to register. And there are lots and lots of teams already there. I think like 50 teams are already listed. Mm-hmm. And there's still opportunities for businesses to collaborate. Oh, Hot Cookie is doing something really
Hot Cookie's having a special Marilyn cookie for the day. And when you come in, and if you're dressed like Marilyn, you even get a miniature Marilyn cookie. So, there's a little bit happening in all downtown.
There's always a lot happening in all of downtown, but for the Maryland Centennial will be no exception.
A lot of Maryland dresses that weekend.
And I'll see you there, and thank you again.
All right, thanks.
In a safe place, I got room to breathe. Been a long chase, but at last I'm free. These open woods, I knew I could find peace here. Nothing like the city where catching up. I got hungry for the stunning high mountain tops. So I made some plans, some dreams to catch, some promised lands to find my path, see the planet.
I want to thank you for watching and take a moment to thank my media partners. KGay 103.1 Palm Springs. Ask your smart speaker to open KGAY. GayDesertGuide.LGBT. The Palm Springs Post, locally owned neighborhood news. And Pink Media. Find them at pinkmedia.lgbt. PromoHomo.TV is a mission-driven online television network now streaming worldwide, spotlighting the people, stories, and culture shaping our LGBTQ+ community. To submit a spotlight, share a story idea, or shop mission-driven merch, visit PromoHomo.TV/empower. That's PromoHomo.TV/empower. Find full episodes on the homepage of PromoHomo.TV.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Samlo.
And I'm Kelly Watson. We love supporting PromoHomo.TV and Nicholas's work. The importance of LGBTQ media cannot be overemphasized.
And Nicholas makes this world a better place for all of us.